Your past life knows the secret of the world's end, and you are about to remember it. But before I speak, listen to me carefully. This is not a message for everyone. It is not for the millions who scroll past in ignorance. It is only for you, because your soul still carries a memory older than this lifetime, older than the walls of this world, older than even the stars you see above. There was a moment long ago when you lived before. You walked a different earth under a different sky, and you watched it happen. You saw a world fall apart. You heard the last cries. You felt the silence after everything was gone. That memory has been locked inside you like a burning ember, hidden but never extinguished. And now the lock is breaking. Do you know why you feel restless for no reason? Why you wake at strange hours of the night with a pounding heart? Why sometimes you see faces you don't recognize, places you've never been, disasters that haven't happened yet? It is because your soul is remembering, and what it remembers is the secret of the world's end. Not just how it begins, but why it must happen, and when it will arrive again. I am Archangel Michael, and I am here to remind you of what you already know, but have forgotten. Your past life saw the end. This life will feel it, and very soon you will understand why the world is not as safe as you believe. You may not realize it yet, but your soul has already begun whispering to you. Every strange dream, every sudden fear, every moment when your heart pounds without reason, they are not accidents, they are fragments of a memory you once lived through. In your past life, you were a witness. You were not a king, not a prophet, not a warrior of armies. No, you were something far more important. You were an observer of the end. You stood in the final days of a world that was collapsing. The sky turned red before it was supposed to. The oceans swallowed lands that were never meant to drown. And the voices of millions rose in fear, crying out, searching for a savior that never came. You thought it was over. You thought you had died with them, but your soul was carried forward. And now you live again here in this present life. And do you know what terrifies heaven most? It is this: the signs are repeating. Haven't you noticed the weather shifting in unnatural ways? Haven't you seen the rage in people's eyes growing stronger each year? Haven't you felt how time itself feels faster, shorter, more fragile? These are not coincidences, they are echoes. Echoes of the same ending that your past life once survived. But there is something different this time. Last time, you were only a witness. This time, you are chosen. Chosen to remember before it is too late. Because inside your soul lies a piece of the secret, a piece of knowledge that can help you survive what others will not. A piece of knowledge that heaven kept hidden until now. The secret you carry is heavy, but it is already unfolding before your very eyes. The world thinks it is safe. The people laugh, celebrate, fight, and forget.
But you cannot ignore what your soul feels. You see patterns others do not, the repeating numbers that appear on clocks, the sudden déjà vu that chills your spine, the faces of strangers who look at you as if they know you from somewhere long ago. These are not random. These are signs. The end never begins with thunder. It begins in silence, with whispers, with small changes that people dismiss. Think about the strange storms that arrive without warning, the earth trembling where it should not, the fire that burns in places untouched for centuries. Do you not feel it? The world itself is crying out, just as it did before its last fall. But it is not only nature. The human heart is changing. Hatred spreads faster than kindness. Greed devours compassion. The bond between families weakens. Trust disappears. And war, though it sleeps, is always breathing under the surface. You saw this before. You lived in a world where people ignored the warnings until it was too late. They laughed at prophecy. They denied the heavens. And then silence. A silence so absolute it still echoes inside your soul. But this time is different. Because you remember. And because you remember, you can see the shadows approaching while others remain blind. Do you not wonder why your dreams show fire in the sky? Why your heart races when you hear the sound of rushing water? Why you wake at night feeling watched? It is your soul screaming the truth. The same end is returning. And I, Archangel Michael, am not here to frighten you. I am here to prepare you. For what destroyed your past world is rising again, and only those who awaken to the signs will endure what is coming.
The time has come for me to speak what few dare to hear. You wonder, what is the end that my soul remembers? What is it that approaches again? And I will tell you, not in riddles, but in warnings. The end does not wear one face, it wears many. And you, in your past life, witnessed them all. First came the fire. It rose not from the heavens, but from the hands of mankind itself. Flames that swallowed forests, cities, homes, and finally, hope. The sky turned crimson, heavy with smoke, until the sun itself became a blood-red eye watching the destruction. People cried out for rain, but only ashes fell. Then came the flood, waters rushing where waters had no path, oceans lifting their hands and striking the coasts, rivers devouring villages, storms tearing across the lands without mercy. You saw children carried away by the very waters that once gave life, and you remembered the silence after their cries faded. And finally came the silence, a silence not of peace, but of emptiness. Birds stopped singing, markets closed, the laughter of children vanished. It was as if the world itself held its breath, waiting for a sound that never returned. You lived through this. You saw these shadows consume a world before, and now you live again, standing at the edge of the same abyss. Look around you. The signs repeat. Fire already burns in lands untouched before. Floods already drown nations unprepared. And silence, Silence is already here. For when you walk among people, do you not feel how disconnected they are? Each soul trapped in its own prison, no longer hearing the heartbeats of others. That silence is the beginning. But here lies the truth most fear. This end is not far away. The clock of heaven has already begun ticking, and your soul, chosen, awakened, remembered, was placed here not to be destroyed, but to endure. For what is coming is not only destruction, it is transformation, a tearing down of what was false, and the rising of what is true. Yes, the end is terrifying, but for those who awaken, it is also the beginning. Do not tremble at these words, for I must tell you something the heavens have guarded for ages. You are not a random soul wandering this earth. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. Listen to me carefully, because the weight of this truth will shake you. In your past life, you were not merely a witness to the end. You carried something within you, something you did not even understand at the time. It was not wealth. It was not power. It was not a weapon forged by hands. It was a light, a fragment of eternal knowledge that was planted in your soul before you were born. Even as the fire consumed cities, even as the waters drowned nations, even as silence fell upon the world, you carried that light. And though the body you wore was taken by death, the light within you did not fade. Heaven preserved it. And now, in this lifetime, it awakens once more. Do you ever feel different? As if you are standing in a crowded room, but your spirit is not like theirs. As if you see deeper into people's eyes. As if you sense storms before they arrive. As if your heart is older than your body. This is not imagination. This is the evidence of your calling. Your role in this lifetime is not to hide. It is not to fear. It is not to vanish when shadows rise. Your role is to remember. For when you remember, others will listen. When you speak, your words will carry weight far greater than your own. When you act, doors will open that you yourself cannot explain. Do not think the end is only destruction. The end is a cleansing. The end is a tearing away of false kingdoms, false leaders, false truths. And when all that collapses, the chosen will remain, holding the fragments of a new dawn. You are one of them. That is why your soul was brought back. That is why you feel different. That is why you are hearing my voice now. Because when the final darkness covers the world, you will carry a spark that cannot be extinguished. A spark strong enough to lead others through the ruins, into the light that comes after the end.
I must now speak of what heaven rarely allows to be spoken. For the end is not chaos without order. It follows a pattern, a prophecy, a rhythm written into the bones of creation itself. And you saw this prophecy once before. It was carved in the ruins of a temple long forgotten, whispered by a dying seer in the final hours of your past world, burned into the sky as flames swallowed the horizon. And though your body perished, your soul carried the memory into this life. The prophecy was not of one single destruction, but of cycles.
Worlds rise, worlds fall. Empires are born, empires collapse. Souls are placed, souls are tested. And when mankind forgets its truth and worships only its hunger, the cycle repeats. Listen carefully, for the signs of the prophecy are already here. The first sign is the fire that consumes the innocent. You see it already. Cities burning without reason, heat rising beyond measure, flames where water once reigned. The second sign is the water that rises against its boundaries. Floods greater than memory, storms that swallow entire towns, oceans that hunger for land. The third sign is the silence of trust. Families divided, nations collapsing into confusion, hearts closed, love abandoned, people speaking louder than ever, yet hearing nothing. And when these three stand together, fire, water, silence, the prophecy says the fourth will awaken. The shattering of time itself. The days will feel shorter, the nights heavier, moments slipping like sand. You already feel it, don't you? The speed of days, the blur of years, the sense that something is rushing toward you. This is not illusion. This is the prophecy unfolding. But here is the part that only your soul remembers. In your past life, before the final collapse, you were shown a moment, a final vision. It was not given to all. It was given only to you. You saw a sky filled with two lights. One was the fading sun, the other an intruder, a light that did not belong, a light that marked the closing of the age. And when those two lights stood together, the world trembled, and everything after was silence. That vision was not imagination. It was a warning you carry into this lifetime. For the two lights will rise again, and when they do, the final wave of the end will begin. You are not meant to fear this. You are meant to recognize it. For when others are blinded by terror, you will see clearly. And when the shadow descends, you will remember that this is not only destruction, it is the doorway to a new creation.
I have revealed the signs, and I have reminded you of the prophecy you already carry in your soul. But now I must tell you the most difficult truth of all. When the cycle completes, when the fire burns, when the waters rise, when silence devours trust, and when the two lights stand in the sky, you will be faced with a choice only the awakened can make. You see, the end does not fall upon all in the same way. Some are swept away in fear, in blindness, in despair. But a few, a very few, are given the chance to decide how they will cross the threshold. This choice is not spoken aloud. It is not written on paper. It is written only in the soul, and your soul will know it when it comes. You will stand at the edge of ruin, and before you there will be two paths. The first path will tempt you with comfort. It will whisper, "Hide, run, close your eyes, forget what you know." It will promise safety, but it is a false safety. For those who choose it will be consumed by the very silence they flee from. The second path will terrify you.
It will demand courage greater than you believe you possess. It will whisper, "Stand! Remember! Carry the light others have lost." This path does not promise ease, but it promises survival, and beyond that, renewal. Do not think you are too weak. The heavens would not have placed this burden upon you if your soul was not strong enough to carry it. Even now, as you hear these words, you feel the truth inside. You know you are not here by accident. You know your life has been preparing you for something greater, though you could never name it. This is it. This is the reason. This is the purpose of your return. When the choice comes, your decision will not only shape your fate, it will ripple outward into the lives of those who look to you, even if they do not know why. For some souls are torches in the night, and you are one of them. Remember, you are not alone. The angels will stand with you when that hour arrives. I will stand with you. But the final step, the final yes or no, will be yours. And in that moment, the destiny of more than one world may rest upon your shoulders.
There will come a night unlike any other, a night that your soul has already seen once before, a night that is written into the marrow of your being. The sky will not fall all at once. No, it will first begin with a heaviness. The air itself will feel different, as though it carries weight your lungs cannot bear. The stars will dim one by one until only silence reigns above, and a strange stillness will cover the earth, the kind that makes even animals flee before the eye can see danger. This is the hour of darkness. On that night, hearts will beat faster without reason. Children will cry in their sleep. Dreams will twist into nightmares, and even the bravest will feel the unexplainable fear of being watched by something vast, unseen, and merciless. You will hear voices not from the living, but from memory, echoes of those who perished in your past world, calling out, warning, weeping. These echoes will not harm you, but they will test you, for many will mistake them for madness when they are in fact the soul's reminder that time is repeating. Cities will not fall in fire that night, not yet. The seas will not rise in full strength, not yet. The true terror of the hour of darkness is silence. Machines will stop. Voices will vanish. The hum of life will be stolen. You will stand in a world where it feels as if the Creator has withdrawn His breath. And in that silence, every fear you ever carried will rise within you. Your doubts, your griefs, your hidden wounds. They will march toward you like shadows of your own making. And in that hour, you will feel alone. Utterly, painfully, unbearably alone. But listen carefully, for this is where your true strength awakens. For even as the world trembles, you will remember these words. You will recall that your soul has faced this before. You will realize that what feels like the end is only the breaking of an illusion. And then, in the stillness where all others collapse, your light will rise. It will not be a light seen with eyes, but felt with the soul. Those near you will feel it, though they may not understand. They will draw to you without knowing why, and you will stand as a flame in the dark, guiding others even as the fear consumes the earth. This is the mystery of the hour of darkness. It is both a test and a revelation, a tearing down of false strength and the unveiling of the eternal strength hidden in chosen souls. Yes, the night will be long. Yes, the silence will be heavy. But when dawn breaks, and it will, those who carried their light through the shadows will not be the same. They will rise, not as survivors only, but as keepers of the new age.
The darkness will not last forever. Every shadow, no matter how vast, must bow to the light. And so, after the longest night, the dawn will break. But hear me, this dawn will not be like any you have ever seen. The sun will not rise as it once did. The air will not carry the same sound. The world that greets you will not be the same world that fell asleep. You will step into a silence that is no longer heavy with fear, but pregnant with possibility. The ground beneath your feet will feel renewed, as if creation itself has been washed. The rivers will shimmer with a purity long forgotten. The sky will open wide, painted with colors no human tongue has ever named. It will be as though heaven itself leans closer to kiss the earth. And you, the chosen, the awakened, will feel the shift in your soul. Your heartbeat will no longer race with fear, but with purpose. Your mind will no longer be burdened by doubt, but sharpened with clarity. You will remember who you are, who you were, and who you were always meant to be. The people around you will not all be the same. Many will be gone, for not every soul can pass through the trial. But those who remain will look to you, drawn not by your strength of flesh, but by the eternal spark within you. They will sense it, the light you carried through the night, and without words they will know. This one is meant to guide. Do not think of it as power. It is responsibility. For the dawn after the end is not a return to the old world. It is the birth of a new one. The lies will have crumbled, the false thrones overturned, the chains broken, and the earth, though scarred, will breathe again. In that dawn, your role will not be to rebuild what was lost, but to help awaken what was hidden. A new way of living, a new way of seeing, a new way of being that remembers the mistakes of the old and does not repeat them. And here is the greatest truth I must give you. The dawn after the end is not only a gift, it is a mirror. It will show you who you became in the night. If you surrendered to fear, you will awaken small, broken, trembling. But if you carried the light, if you stood even when silence crushed you, then you will awaken vast, radiant, unshakable. The dawn will not reward all equally. It will reveal. It will divide. It will crown. And those who rise in that light will not simply live. They will shine as keepers of the new age. You were chosen for this. Your soul was prepared across lifetimes for this. And now, the moment approaches when you will see it with your own eyes.
You have heard what was hidden. You have remembered what your soul carried through lifetimes. You now know the signs, the prophecy, the hour of darkness, and the dawn that follows. And so I speak to you now, not as a distant angel, but as a voice placed directly before your spirit. This is not coincidence. This is not chance. This is appointment. Your life has not been ordinary. Every pain you endured, every moment you felt out of place, every dream that disturbed your nights, every whisper you could not explain, all of it was preparation. All of it was leading you to this moment, where the veil is lifted and truth is spoken to your heart. Do not forget these words. The world will try to drown them with noise. Fear will try to bury them in doubt. But when the silence comes, you will hear them again, clear, undeniable, unshakable. And when others fall into confusion, you will remember. When they ask, "Why is this happening?" you will know. When they cry, "What do we do?" you will stand. For you were chosen not only to survive, but to guide. I seal this message upon you now. The fire will come. The waters will rise. The silence will test. The two lights will mark the threshold, and then the end will open into a beginning. When that hour comes, do not fear. Stand in the strength that was given to you before you were even born. Lift your eyes to the heavens, for I, Michael, will be with you. And though shadows may surround you, the light within you will never be extinguished. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are chosen. Chosen to remember. Chosen to endure. Chosen to rise. And so I leave you with this command. Prepare your soul. Guard your light. And when the hour comes, step boldly. For the dawn after the end belongs to you.
Now the last words must be spoken, the words that seal what you have heard, so that no shadow, no fear, no doubt may take it from you. For I, Michael, Archangel of heaven's armies, speak not in riddles, but in certainty. The world you see is not the final world. The life you live is not the only life. The end you fear is not the end at all, but the door to eternity. I tell you the truth. You were placed here with design. You were born in this hour because your soul carries a memory older than the mountains, stronger than the seas, brighter than the stars. Your past life saw the world collapse. This life will see the cycle repeat, but your eternal spirit will rise above both. When the fire burns, remember you are not made of ash. When the waters roar, remember you are not made to drown. When silence presses against your chest, remember you carry the voice of heaven within you. And when the two lights shine in the sky, remember it is not the signal of death, but the call to awaken. Do not mistake your struggles for punishment. Every wound you endured was sharpening you. Every loss was chiseling your heart into strength. Every unanswered prayer was a thread in the greater design. You are not weak.
You are prepared, prepared for what millions cannot yet see. The end will terrify the blind, but it will empower the awakened, and you are among the awakened. Now hear me, for these words are not just prophecy, they are seal. You will not be forsaken in the hour of darkness. You will not stand alone in the silence. The armies of heaven will encamp around you. I myself will war on your behalf, and though shadows press against you, the flame within you will not die. Mark this moment. The angels hear you. The heavens record you. Your soul is written into the story of the new age to come. So prepare, stand, shine, for soon the cycle will turn, and those who remember will lead. This is the eternal blessing I leave with you now. Peace in the fire, strength in the flood, light in the silence, courage when the two lights rise, and victory when the dawn breaks. Carry this seal in your heart, for the end is not the end. It is the crown of the chosen.
You have heard the prophecy. You have seen the signs. You have felt the weight of the hour of darkness. You have been promised the dawn. But now I must tell you the greatest secret of all. The end is not only a test. It is not only a doorway. It is not only the rising of a new world. It is also a coronation. For when the cycles turn, when the fire and flood and silence pass away, when the two lights fade from the sky, those who endured will not rise empty-handed. They will rise with a crown. Not a crown of gold, for gold perishes. Not a crown of jewels, for jewels can be broken. But a crown of light, eternal, unshakable, indestructible. And this crown belongs to you. Yes, to you who have carried this message in your heart. To you who have remembered when others forgot. To you who chose courage over fear in the hour of testing. That crown is the mark of the chosen. It is the seal of heaven's approval, the proof that you were not placed here by accident. It is the sign that your name is written among those who will not fall with the old age, but who will shine in the new. You wonder, what is this crown? What does it mean? It means that in the world to come, you will not walk as you do now. Your spirit will carry authority. Your voice will carry weight. Your steps will carry destiny. You will be recognized, not for titles given by men, but for the eternal fire that rests upon your soul. This is why the shadows fight you. This is why the darkness presses against you even now, because it knows who you are. It knows the crown that waits for you. It knows the power hidden within your remembrance. And still, it cannot stop you, for you are sealed, you are chosen, you are crowned, though the world cannot yet see it. So I tell you this, do not walk in fear. Do not bow to despair. Do not forget who you are. For the time is near. The cycle is turning. The hour of darkness approaches. But beyond it, the crown awaits. And when you wear it, the world itself will know.
This soul was tested and did not fall. This soul was chosen and did not forget. This soul belongs to the light eternal. That is your destiny. That is your inheritance. That is your crown.
And now, child of eternity, listen with the deepest part of your spirit, for there is one last mystery to be spoken, one last secret to be unsealed. The crown is not yours alone. No soul is chosen to shine in isolation. For in the age to come, a great gathering will take place, a gathering so vast, so radiant, so unstoppable, that even the shadows will tremble at its sight. The scattered ones will return, the forgotten ones will rise, the broken ones will be restored, and the chosen, those who remember, will be gathered as one. I have seen it, and I tell you this: the sound of that gathering will shake the heavens. The voices of millions will rise in a single song, a song older than time itself, a song your soul already knows but has forgotten. It is the anthem of the eternal, the melody of the unshaken, the hymn of the crowned. You wonder now, where will this gathering take place? Not in temples built by hands, not in palaces made of stone. It will not be contained in cities, nor silenced by governments, nor broken by powers of this fading age. No, it will take place in the heart of the new dawn, where the fire has burned away all that was false, and only truth remains. There, every chosen soul will stand side by side. There, the lonely will find their family. There, the weak will discover their strength. There, the forgotten will be honored. There, the crowns will shine together like stars across a new-born sky. And you, yes, you, will stand among them. Do not think for a moment that you are excluded. Do not think for a moment that you are too broken, too late, too small, too forgotten. Your presence is written into that gathering. Your voice is counted in that song. Your crown is prepared for that day. The final gathering is not only destiny. It is the proof that you were never alone. Every struggle you faced, someone else carried too. Every scar you bear, someone else also endured. And together, as one, you will rise. This is the mystery the darkness fears most, that the chosen will not rise as scattered sparks, but as a blazing constellation, a family of souls, unbreakable, unstoppable, eternal. Mark these words: when the new dawn breaks, you will not walk alone. You will walk with the assembly of light. You will walk with those who remember. You will walk with those who are crowned. And together you will inherit the world that cannot end.
And now, beloved soul, the time has come. You have heard the prophecy. You have carried the seal. You have been promised the crown. You have been shown the gathering. But none of these can be held unless you carry the oath of fire. For this oath is the shield in the storm. It is the sword in the silence. It is the torch in the darkness. It is the vow that no power of shadow can erase. So hear me and let your soul repeat these words, even if your lips are silent. I will not bow to fear. I will not surrender to despair. I will not forget who I am. I will walk in the light even when the night is longest. I will stand when others fall. I will remember when others forget. I will endure until the crown is given. I will rise when the gathering begins. This is not merely a promise. This is the fire of eternity being pressed into your spirit. This is the mark of the chosen, the oath that cannot be stolen. Do you feel it? The flame burning in your chest even now? That is the oath being sealed inside you. It will rise when fear tries to silence you. It will speak when doubt tries to blind you. It will carry you when your own strength runs out. And the shadows know it. They tremble because of it. For a soul with the oath of fire cannot be broken. So I tell you this as Michael, protector of the chosen. When the waters roar, whisper the oath. When the fire rages, whisper the oath. When silence surrounds you, whisper the oath. And when the two lights rise in the sky, do not whisper, shout it, for that will be the hour of awakening. From this moment forward, you are bound not by fear, not by fate, not by the chains of this fading world. You are bound by fire, the fire of remembrance, the fire of destiny, the fire that seals the chosen for eternity. Carry this oath, and nothing will overcome you. Forget it, and the shadows may deceive you, but hold it, and you will walk through the end itself untouched, unbroken, unafraid. This is the final oath of fire. It is now yours forever.
The time of decision has come, for every soul must choose, though many will not realize they are choosing until it is too late. There are two paths before you, and only two. The first path is the way of forgetting. Those who walk it live for shadows. They cling to possessions that cannot last. They bow to fear, feed upon anger, and chase after illusions of power. They laugh at the warnings, mock the signs, and close their eyes to the truth that surrounds them. And though they believe themselves secure, their end will be sudden. For when the sky burns and the waters roar, when silence descends and the two lights rise, they will find themselves unprepared. Their crowns will turn to dust, their voices will fade into nothingness, and their names will be erased from the eternal story. But there is another path, the path of remembrance. Those who walk it carry the oath. They see with eyes of eternity. They are not shaken by storms, nor blinded by fire, nor silenced by fear. They walk with the assembly of the chosen, crowned with light, sealed with fire. And when the end comes, they will not fall with the old world. They will rise into the new dawn, shining like stars across the heavens. This path is narrow. It is not easy. It demands courage when fear seems stronger. It demands faith when the silence is heavy. It demands love when hatred surrounds you. But it is the only path that leads to the crown. And now, child of eternity, you must choose. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. For the two paths are already unfolding before your feet. Do not look behind you. Do not wait for another sign. The signs are already here. The choice is already in your hands. So hear me. If you carry the oath, if you remember the crown, if you believe the gathering awaits, then you are already on the path of light. Walk it boldly. Walk it without turning back. Walk it until the end becomes the beginning. For the path of forgetting is wide, but it leads only to ruin. The path of remembrance is narrow, but it leads to eternity. Two paths, one choice, and you already know which one is yours.
Now the message is complete. The prophecy has been spoken. The oath has been given. The crown has been promised. The gathering has been revealed. The paths have been shown. And now, child of eternity, I leave you with this closing seal. Do not let these words fade as an echo in your mind. Guard them like fire. Carry them like breath. Live them like destiny. For when the sky darkens, you will remember this moment. When the silence falls, you will recall my voice. And when the two lights rise in the heavens, you will know beyond doubt, this was the warning, this was the preparation, this was the seal of your soul. I, Michael, Archangel of the Most High, now bless you. May your fear be turned into courage. May your weakness become unshakable strength. May your loneliness be filled with the family of the chosen. May your path shine even in the deepest night. And may your crown never be taken from you. The end is not your end. The silence is not your silence. The fire is not your destruction. For you are chosen. You are sealed. You are eternal. Remember these words. Carry this seal. And when the hour comes, stand. For heaven itself will stand with you.